This is the interactive Draft Central screen. All the info you need to complete your draft is right here on one page. Scrolling across the top, you'll see a link to League Setup. This will take you back to the previous screen. Warning: once you begin a draft, you cannot change the league setup data without losing your draft status. Draft Summary pulls up a color-coded summary of the draft in a chart format. Be sure to click on this link when your draft is complete to see our extensive post-draft analysis. The Draft Cruncher will rank all the team performance and display the top 10 steals and reaches. You can save the draft at any time and return later. Click on the Start Draft to begin the draft. Beneath that, we have a row of helmets. The helmets represent the draft order. The helmet shaded in blue is your team. The red box around a helmet indicates which team is on the clock, and the arrow indicates the direction of the draft. We also have a countdown clock here to let you know how much time you have left to research your selection. Underneath each helmet is a quick positional summary of what every team has drafted and their roster needs. This will help you when you're trying to figure out what your opponents will be targeting with their next picks. If you click on any helmet, you can see that team's complete roster. Further down on the left are the rankings. There are overall rankings and positional rankings to the right. The user of this program will enter in all the picks made by the other teams. To make a selection for your team or one of your opponents, you simply click on the gray box next to that player's name. Once you select a player, their name is crossed off and that player is added to their appropriate team's roster. When you select a player for your team, you'll notice that some of the players' names are now in red text. This is alerting you that these players share a bye week with a player you've already drafted. The warnings are by position only. If you click on any player's name, you'll open the player profile window. This has a ton of useful information inside. Once opened, you'll see projected stats, the value display which will indicate if you're getting a steal, reaching on a player, or getting appropriate value. This is where you'll see the player's notes you've entered, if any. Player notes can be added through the projections link located on the League Setup page. If you have an internet connection at the draft, you can click on this Additional Team Info link to see real-time player news offered by RotoWire. On the right-hand side, you'll see the player comparison window. The player you click to open this window is automatically compared to the top 2 other available players at the same position. Here you get a good visual indicator on the other items that might help you make a good draft pick. Oftentimes, we find ourselves picking one player over another based on projected points alone. But if the projected points are so close, you'll want to look deeper. Also available is the ability to ignore a player. This will come in handy if for some reason a player is injured moments before the draft and you did not receive updated stats. This will eliminate that player from the analysis. You could also use this if your draft gets out of order and you cannot go back in time. Ignoring the player you missed avoids skewing the data. However, we still recommend using the Undo Last Pick option over ignoring a player. In the middle of the screen, you'll see the box titled Player with the Most Value. This suggestion is based on the graph below. The graph displays the number of players expected to be selected before the team on the clock picks again, as well as the expected drop-off in production for these positions. Team needs, your team needs, as well as your opponents, are also a factor. The Draft Cruncher is trying to help you maximize each of your draft selections. The Targeted Players Alert window gives you a warning when a player that has been tagged as a target is likely to be selected before your next pick. The Draft Cruncher includes players to target, but you can modify those tags through the projections link located on the League Setup screen. The final box in this column is a player search window. You can type in any part of a player's name and the cruncher will display the matches below. Players can be selected here by clicking on the gray box. On the right side of the screen, you'll see the Pick History and Depth Chart window. When Pick History is selected, you'll be able to see the previous picks with your picks highlighted in blue. At the bottom of the Pick History, you'll see an Undo Last Pick button. Click on this button if a mistake has been made. You can keep clicking on this button to go back as far as you need to. The other portion of this window is the Depth Chart. We have the NFL teams listed vertically by conference. Click on any team to see their depth chart.